Hello guys, Solid Gamer here, and today I'll be reviewing Code Geass Lelouch of the Rebellion. It is one of the most popular anime shows of all time, with arguably the best anime ending of all time. It was so exciting seeing characters take military actions during this anime and commanding a large group of people. Lelouch was the most entertaining commander since he was the main character after all, and he planned amazing strategies before battles. People also liked this anime because it was similar to Death Note, where a main character is trying to change how the world works, using some sort of special power. It was entertaining seeing Lelouch find useful ways to gather information and win battles through his Geass power. In this anime, the Britannian Empire has now taken over Japan and renamed it as Area 11. The people in Area 11 are called 11s and are oppressed constantly by the Britannians. They live in harsh living conditions. There are still rebels fighting against Britannia, hoping to help Japan gain its independence once again. The main character Lelouch is caught in the crossfire between the 11s and Britannia. During the crossfire, he suddenly gains a power called Geass from a girl named C2. With this power, he can command people to do whatever he wants them to do. Lelouch really hates the king of Britannia, who is his father, for abandoning him and his sister Nonly when they were kids. He really hates Britannia and wants to bring down the empire. With his new Geass power, he makes a secret identity known as Zero and plans to build an army to take down Britannia. This anime was appealing to me because I found Lelouch to be that amazing of a character. This anime had a lot of robotic machines in it, and I'm not a big fan of the mecha genre. I know lots of people like it, but I just could not get into watching mecha anime shows. Lelouch was such an amazing character that I still wanted to watch every episode, despite it being mecha. He was the best strategist I've ever seen, despite having no experience in the military at all. Lelouch was a genius, and always outsmarted his opponents in chess and in battles. He knew how to corner the enemy and achieve victory. During battle, he gave his troops specific orders on where to go or what to do, and as a result, that led to victories. It was so cool seeing him be so overpowered in terms of mentally. He couldn't fight that well, but no one could ever land a decisive victory over him. Yes, he lost battles at times, but Lelouch always had the last laugh in the end. Not only was he an amazing strategist, but he was also an amazing commander. He knew how to motivate his troops, and he knew how to manipulate the public. That is why so many people were supportive of him. He wasn't a good guy. He did evil things at times in order to achieve results. He wasn't as crazy as Light from Death Note though. He never wanted to be a god and control people's actions. He just wanted to create a safe world for Nonly. His Geass power is so fascinating and unlike anything I've ever seen before. The power was restricted well so that it wouldn't be overpowered. Characters don't have this sort of power because, without any restrictions, it would make the main character too overpowered and would make the anime boring to watch. This anime, though, put several restrictions on it, so that while his Geass was powerful, by no means could he just keep relying on it. Lelouch was great because of his intellect, not because of his Geass. It was so interesting seeing him come up with unique ways to use his Geass. It was entertaining seeing him fight other people who had a Geass power as well. It was cool seeing him analyze the strengths and weaknesses of a person's Geass on the fly, and learn how to counter it. While I was not a big fan of the mecha fights, this anime did a great job at making the nightmare frames look nice to look at. Their designs look so cool. It was nice seeing people operate these nightmare frames, and the weapons that these war machines had looked cool as well. It was pleasing to look at all these different kinds of nightmare frames going at each other with all sorts of attacks. The ending of this anime was one of the best anime endings of all time. It was such a shocking ending, and I did not see it coming at all. This is what I really liked about Code Geass. It had an unpredictable ending that left me in shock. I liked Death Note, but it was pretty obvious that Light was not going to win in the end. In terms of the characters in this anime, I like Lelouch of course. He was a genius that could think of a way to get out of any bad situation. I really hate Suzaku though, and not in a good way. Schneizel kept getting into the way of Lelouch, but he made for an entertaining villain. Suzaku was just frustrating to watch. A guy trying to pose himself as a righteous guy, even though he follows an empire that does horrible things to people. He kept disregarding the good things Lelouch was trying to do and whined about every little thing. He kept saying that if he gets high enough within the ranks of the Britannian Empire, then perhaps he could change the empire from inside. That way of thinking is so unrealistic. He really thought he could get the king and other high-ranking officials to change their minds on the 11s. He was delusional. C2 was a funny character. She always had funny jokes to make, and she was amazing because she always had Lelouch back during battles. The Black Knights acted really dumb near the end of the anime. I couldn't believe after all Lelouch did for them, they didn't believe his good intentions for the world. Why did they let themselves get manipulated so badly by Schneizel? I really liked them early on in the anime, but near the end of the anime, I did not like them. The first opening to this anime was amazing, in both visuals and song. The other three openings were good as well. I didn't really care about the endings. I didn't see anything special about them. The music during the emotional scenes was amazing, especially during the death scenes. It makes you feel so bad for the characters. The animation style was pleasing to look at. The animation during fight scenes was great. The robots move around in a smooth way. I didn't notice any animation errors. If you enjoyed Death Note, then I do recommend watching Code Geass. The main character is a genius and always came up with great strategies. He knew how to get others to follow him and use his charisma to make a strong rebellion group against the Britannian Empire. It was fascinating seeing him try to bring an end to the old Britannian Empire once and for all. I give this anime a 9 out of 10. So that's all I want to talk about for today. Thank you for watching this video. Have a great day and night wherever you are, and please like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and please comment if you found anything interesting in the video.